If you want the real truth about modern appliances, don't listen to the guy in the pressed shirt at Best Buy. Go find the person with grease under their fingernails and ask them directly. Independent appliance repair technicians spend 40 hours every week ripping apart those shiny stainless steel boxes that sit in your kitchen, and they see things the marketing department prays you'll never discover. They witness the melted circuit boards, the shattered plastic gears, the deliberate weak points engineered to fail right after your warranty expires. If you peek inside veteran repair techs' homes, you won't find any Wi-Fi-enabled smart appliances or refrigerators with tablets glued to the door. They run old, brutally ugly analog machines because the people who fix this stuff for a living maintain a secret blacklist. They know exactly which brands and which specific features are guaranteed to drain your bank account. Today, I'm cracking open that blacklist and exposing everything. I'm walking you through the 5 absolute worst engineering disasters lurking in modern appliance showrooms, the specific brands you need to run from, and the simple dumb machines you should buy instead. First up on the blacklist, the Samsung smart refrigerator that every big box store loves to showcase. Walk into any appliance department and the spotlight is usually on a massive $3,000 Samsung French door unit with a giant touchscreen tablet, internal cameras, and a sleek ice maker built directly into the top corner of the fridge compartment. To anyone who repairs these things, this machine represents a rolling disaster. The core engineering fraud here violates basic thermodynamics, that indoor ice maker placement. Ice needs temperatures below 32 degrees to form properly. But your refrigerator compartment where you store milk and eggs runs around 38 degrees normally. Samsung's solution was mounting the ice maker inside a thin plastic box within the fridge and trying to pump freezing air into it through a narrow duct. The plastic enclosure lacks proper insulation. Every single time you open that refrigerator door, warm, humid kitchen air rushes in and hits that below-freezing ice maker directly. This creates microscopic condensation that drips down, freezes solid, and eventually transforms the entire mechanism into one immovable block of ice. The plastic gears attempt to rotate this frozen mass, and they literally explode under the pressure. This defect is so widespread, there are massive class action lawsuits documenting the pattern. Repair technicians will tell you flat out, never buy any refrigerator with an ice maker located inside the main refrigerator compartment. If you absolutely need ice, buy a cheap basic refrigerator where the ice maker sits in the actual freezer section. Number 2 on the blacklist, the LG front-load washing machine that's marketed as premium efficiency. Behind that shiny stainless steel drum is a textbook example of planned obsolescence called the spider arm bracket. In front-load washers, the entire weight of heavy soaking wet clothes gets supported by a 3-pronged metal bracket attached to the rear of the spinning drum. In genuine commercial laundromat machines, this bracket is solid forged steel or heavy cast iron built to survive decades. But in modern LG and Samsung consumer models, this critical structural piece is made from cheap cast aluminum alloy, pot metal. That bracket sits submerged in soapy water, constantly bathed in concentrated synthetic liquid detergents. A chemical reaction called galvanic corrosion starts immediately. Over 3 to 5 years, the acidic detergent literally devours the aluminum from the inside out. The metal becomes spongy and crumbles apart like wet chalk. One day you toss a heavy load of towels into the drum, and during high-speed spin cycle, that corroded spider arm violently snaps clean in half. The drum drops, smashes through the outer plastic tub, and destroys the entire machine from within. The repair quote comes back at $600, more than half what you paid originally. This is why repair technicians buy vintage Whirlpool top loaders or commercial Speed Queen machines with heavy-duty steel transmissions. Number 3. The GE Smart Range that turned the kitchen's most indestructible appliance into a fragile computer. The kitchen stove used to be the simplest appliance in your house, just a heavy metal box with a gas valve or thick copper heating element. A machine genuinely built to last 30 years without requiring a single service call. Today, brands like GE are bolting delicate computers onto them. The engineering crime here is control board placement. Modern ranges feature massive digital touchscreens or LED control panels mounted on the front or back to look sleek. But ovens generate extreme radiant heat reaching 500 degrees, and all that thermal energy has to vent somewhere. Straight out the top of the machine, directly underneath or behind that delicate motherboard. They're intentionally placing fragile heat-sensitive circuit boards in the blast radius of a 500-degree oven. Over time, constant heat cycling dries out the electrolytic capacitors and melts the cheap solder joints. When the range inevitably throws a cryptic error code and locks you out of cooking dinner, a technician can't just swap a cheap mechanical switch. They have to special order a proprietary $300 logic board shipped from overseas. And if that board is back-ordered, you're eating takeout for 6 weeks. Number 4. The premium Whisper Quiet dishwasher that traded durability for silence. If you bought a Whirlpool or Maytag dishwasher 20 years ago, it sounded like a jet engine, but it lasted forever. Older dishwashers had built-in macerators, essentially miniature stainless steel garbage disposals at the bottom that violently chopped up food particles and blasted them down the drain. Today, consumers demand whisper-quiet appliances above all else. To achieve that silence, manufacturers removed the metal food choppers and installed ultra-thin plastic impeller wheels driven by tiny, low-torque wash motors. They rely on delicate mesh filter screens to catch food debris before it reaches the pump. But if you accidentally leave a single pistachio shell or popcorn kernel on your plate and it slips past that filter, it hits the spinning plastic impeller at full speed. Because the plastic is paper thin and the motor lacks torque to power through obstructions, that single piece of debris shears the plastic teeth right off the pump. Your dishwasher immediately stops draining, fills with stagnant gray water, and you get handed a repair bill that costs more than buying a budget dishwasher outright. Number 5. The all-in-one ventless washer-dryer combo that represents the newest and most expensive trap in the appliance market. Brands are pushing massive $2,500 machines promising to wash and dry your clothes in the same drum using heat pump technology, with no external vent required. They market it as ultimate luxury convenience for apartments and modern homes. To repair technicians, it's a thermodynamic death trap. When you dry clothes, fabric releases massive amounts of wet, heavy lint into the air. In normal standalone dryers, that lint gets blown outside your house through a 4-inch vent pipe. In all-in-one ventless machines, the lint is supposedly caught by internal filters, and moisture condenses on metal coils hidden deep inside the cabinet. But filters are never perfect. Microscopic damp lint bypasses the filter screen and sticks directly to those wet, sticky condenser coils buried in the machine's guts. Over a year of regular use, that wet lint transforms into thick, calcium-like paste that completely suffocates the heat exchange surface. The machine stops drying your clothes effectively and runs for 4 hours straight, cooking your electric bill while clothes come out damp and reeking of mildew. The worst part? Consumers can't access those coils to clean them properly. A technician has to completely disassemble the entire machine just to scrape wet lint off internal radiators. It's the ultimate planned obsolescence subscription model disguised as a luxury upgrade. Technicians know the brutal truth. The entire modern appliance industry is an exercise in adding delicate, failure-prone complexity to fundamentally simple mechanical tasks. If you want to beat this blacklist, you need to execute the dumb appliance counterstrike. Stop buying machines with Wi-Fi modules. Stop buying refrigerators with door-mounted ice makers. Stop buying ranges with digital touchscreens. Find the cheapest, ugliest base model white appliance on the showroom floor with heavy analog mechanical knobs and dials. You trade digital convenience for mechanical permanence, and you keep your money away from corporate monopolies that engineered these machines to fail the instant your warranty expires. If you made it this far, hit subscribe because I expose the engineering frauds hiding inside products you buy every single week.